Somewhere underground, a very important meeting of utilities is taking place.
Where in earth are irrigation and sewers?
Don't look at me. I called both Purple and Green, and I sent them reminder emails yesterday. They should be here.
Oh, you know those fluid types, always flowing wherever the moment takes them. So unpredictable.
Look, I know we don't mix well, but you don't need to be all noxious about it.
What do you want me to do about it? I could send out a locator for you. They'd find them.
Oh, great, enough. This is nothing to joke about. Bad things happen when utilities aren't accounted for. I mean, every 3 minutes somewhere we get hit or damaged because people don't know where we are. That's unacceptable.
Well, that's why we're here today, isn't it? To reinforce solutions that don't end in explosions or other accidents?
Yes, thank you, Blue. Look, it is everyone's shared responsibility to protect all underground utilities. That means excavators, facility operators, locators, and we need to do what we can to shine some light on the 5 steps to safer digging and the importance of calling 811 before any digging project. I mean, I don't need to tell you how important we are.
And why not? We all love to hear it.
Well, we all know how much folks hate it when their TVs, telephones, and internet aren't working. Communication is very important to people. But even worse than losing cable, what happens when a neighborhood's 911 service is knocked out just when they need it? Now that's serious. And Blue, you represent all potable water, a service that people certainly don't want to live without, from clean drinking water to bathing to cooking or watering a garden. You lose water, you lose a lot.
Not to mention, you make quite a nice mess when you get damaged. Loss of water pressure, flooding.
Flooding may be bad, but it's nothing compared to what happens when you rupture. Petroleum, oil, natural gas, so don't get me started.
Yeah, but when he's working properly, his over 2 million miles of natural gas and liquid petroleum products warm people's homes, fuel people's vehicles.
That's why it's so important to communicate to homeowners, farmers, contractors, facility operators, anybody who might excavate. People don't realize how serious this is. I mean, it gets crowded down here. Anybody with a digging project, large or small, should always remember to call 811 before digging.
All right, let's commence this meeting by reciting the essential 5 steps to safer digging. Number 1,
always call 811 before digging.
Number 2,
wait the appropriate amount of time before starting to dig, generally 2 to 3 days, so make it part of your process.
Number 3,
locate accurately. And number 4, respect the marks.
and finally number 5,
Dig carefully.
I've actually been working on an instructional video in hopes that it will help illuminate the importance at hand.
Oh, come on, Red. Seriously? No one pays attention to those. They're boring.
Shut it, Yellow. I have been working really hard on this. I'll play it for you and you'll see. But first, Orange, put your phone down, will you?
Red's 5 steps to safer digging.
Hi, I'm Red, your friendly neighborhood electric power lines, and I'm here to talk about safe digging. There are a lot of important and dangerous buried utilities down here, and you don't want to find out where we live by accident. Digging safely around our underground infrastructure is a shared responsibility. It can impact important services as well as public safety. Facility operators, locators, and excavators are all in this together and have a role to play in the prevention of damage or a serious accident. If any of these stakeholders fail to meet these responsibilities, the damage prevention process will be compromised. Even if you've excavated on a site previously, never make the mistake in thinking you remember where the lines are buried. Old marks from a previous job and photographs of the location when it was last marked, don't cut it. Pre-mark your intended dig site in white. Usually flags or water-soluble spray paint is best. The solution is simple. 2 to 3 days before you plan to dig, make a free call to 811 to ensure that facility operators accurately locate and mark their facilities. That's the first step to safer digging. Always call 811. Here's how it works. 811 is our national one-call number, connecting you with your local one-call center no matter where you are located in the country. The one-call center is your conduit to communication with all registered facility operators in the area. In some complex digging situations, a call center can even arrange an in-person meeting between the excavator and the facility operator to discuss the underground infrastructure. At the call center, helpful operators will ask you for relevant information about your digging project.
Thank you for calling 811. This call is being recorded. My name is Mary.
At a minimum, be prepared with the following information: the exact location of your dig site, the type of work you'll be doing, and your start date.
Address or street you are working on.
Main Street between 1st and 3rd. We're on the north side of the property, and I will pre-mark in white where I'm going to be digging.
Be as clear as possible in your answers and always confirm the information.
And when are you planning on starting the work there?
We're digging next Thursday.
Okay, so the area should be marked by Tuesday. Let me verify your information, and then please be ready to take down your ticket number.
The call center will issue a dig ticket detailing which companies will be notified to mark the approximate location of their facilities.
That is correct. All right. I've already listed the facility operators that will be notified. Now, do you have any questions?
Nope, I'm set.
It is extremely important that excavators review the information associated with their locate request to make sure that it is correct to help avoid mapping issues and marking inaccuracies. Some one-call centers can even accept latitude, longitude, or GPS coordinates. The more precise your information, the better. Online dig requests can also be made. These electronic or e-tickets allow excavators to submit their information at their convenience. Always be sure to maintain your request number. This dig ticket, whether generated online or by your call to 811, is soon transmitted to facility operators, who will send out locators to mark their underground lines at your dig site.
And what I'll do is give Steve, our locator for that area, a call and have him come out and verify that with you.
Depending on state law, the process takes between 2 and 3 business days. This is the second step to safer digging. Always wait the required amount of time. Though the laws vary by state, you typically need to call 811 at least 2 to 3 business days before any digging project in order to give each facility operator the time to respond and mark their lines. It is the facility operator and locator's responsibility to respond to locate requests as prescribed by law and in a timely manner. This is the foundation for step number 3 of safer digging. Locate accurately. Facility operators should keep accurate records of underground facility locations, be members of their local one-call center, and accurately locate and mark underground facilities at excavation sites. When a locator responds to your job site, they'll be looking for your proposed excavation site, which should be marked in white as well as being detailed in your dig ticket description. Locators use a variety of markings to communicate what lives underground at your dig site. The color code is easy enough to remember. Obviously, red marks your electric power lines and lighting cables and conduits. Orange marks your communication, cable TV, alarm, or signal cables. Yellow marks your gas, oil, steam, and petroleum. Purple marks your reclaimed water, irrigation, and slurry lines. Blue is your potable water. Green marks sewer and drain lines. And pink is a color used for temporary survey markings. White is always the color used by the excavator to designate the proposed excavation site. If the dig area is free of buried lines, the locator will mark the site with an OK or a No, along with the company name either with a flag or painted on the ground near your dig site. Once the required waiting time has lapsed, check all of the marks. And if it appears that a utility has not been marked, call 811 again to help expedite a response and to record the discrepancy. This brings us to steps number 4 and 5. Respect the marks and dig carefully. It is time to plan your dig with care, being mindful of marks and required tolerance zones. The tolerance zone is the width of the underground utility, plus a specified tolerance distance on both sides of that utility, generally between 18 and 24 inches, depending on state law. Never use mechanized equipment inside the tolerance zone, but rather utilize hand or vacuum digging or other non-invasive equipment to determine the exact location of the utilities within the area, and take extra care to avoid damage and personal injury. With today's modern mechanized equipment, care and calculations are more important than ever. Trenchless technology like underground boring or horizontal directional drilling is a popular approach with its minimal surface disruption. But extra care should be taken to monitor and expose nearby utilities, and always include backream radius in your safe distance calculations. Backhoe excavations are notorious for causing damage, with over 1 in 4 utility damaging incidents involving a track hoe or backhoe. Potholing is an important method for identifying the horizontal and vertical location of buried facilities and should be utilized when open-cut excavation is taking place within the tolerance zone or at intervals along the boring route for trenchless operations. In congested areas where several utilities are crisscrossing or in close proximity to each other, locating accurately becomes more difficult, and potholing is highly advised. No matter what equipment or expertise is being employed on a dig job, always remember step 5. Dig carefully. Different digging environments present their own challenges, and all stakeholders in the damage prevention process have to be highly adaptive and extra careful, from rural and agriculture projects to high-density urban work. Underground utilities need to be marked and protected. But even when observing the 5 steps to safer digging, minor damage can occur. A slight nick with a shovel, a little cut when hand trenching, or maybe your excavation might expose an existing problem. Either way, report any damages immediately by calling 811 or the facility operator directly. Even a small nick without signs of leakage now can become a serious problem with time, corrosion, or if the underground root systems change. Report it now. If the damage causes an emergency, immediately call 911. Take reasonable steps to ensure public safety and notify the facility operator. Calling 811 before you dig is an essential first step to safer digging. So plan ahead. Make it a standard part of your process by waiting the required amount of time and having your dig site marked accurately for underground utilities, respecting those marks, and digging safely. You'll be doing your part to avoid interruptions to important services, as well as to maintain public safety.
Thank you for watching Red's 5 Steps to Safer Digging. Remember, protecting buried utilities is a shared responsibility. To avoid injuries, damages, and costly repairs, always follow the 5 essential steps to safer digging. Visit www.call811.com for additional resources.